So welcome back to This Week at the Campground. So I really don't have a series called that. Cindy and I just pretty much film our day-to-day of what happens on the campground while we're work camping and managing. Luckily, it has not been as hectic and out of control as weeks past. We did have a really bad storm blow in last night. We had the governor of New Jersey. New Jersey is where we're currently camped and managing a campground. The governor of New Jersey declared a state of emergency for central Jersey. Now, if you're from New Jersey, you'll say there is no central New Jersey. There's a North Jersey and a South Jersey. But the governor actually does declare that there is a central New Jersey. We're in South Jersey. But the storm was supposed to be bad. And for South Jersey, we were supposed to get lots of rain, thunderstorms, which we did. And they said that there's a possibility of flooding. Well, if you remembered our video last week, we just had a flood at the campground. But I will tell you that we did not flood and all is well. Now, Cindy and I left the camper at the same time. She's going to go check at something over at the snack shack real quick. I'm going to the office to get ready for the day. I'm going to bring y'all along with us. We're going to leave the campground today. We got to do a little bit of shopping. Today is our day off, which we normally take half a day off. And we go out to lunch and that sort of stuff. So we're going to bring you along with us. See, no Cindy. All right, so the lock at the seasonal lounge is stuck in the locked position. So I'm gonna go up there and try to take that apart, see if we can make any determination on how to fix it. If not, I gotta try to find a locksmith that's willing to come out to the Pine Barrens. So I got my tools. Let's ride down to the seasonal lounge. So on the way down there, thought I would stop by the river after that massive rain we had this morning. I just wanted to check the levels. We have quite a number of people coming in this week to the campground, so we'll take a look at that. And last week, we talked about our son Harper, that he would be arriving at the campground. Well, I picked him up at 10:05 p.m. at the airport. I think he is still in Atlantic City. So I think he is still asleep, recovering from all the stuff he's done the last few days. So you may or may not see him on this video. Oh wow, it's high, but it's not on the sights. So you may see him on this video, but more than likely, you probably won't see him till next week's video. Let's take a look at the river. So it is not out of the bank. I've definitely seen it much higher. I love the river. It is so pretty. Let's get Jeff with the G to meet us at the lounge. Alec to Jeff with the G. Hey Jeff, can you meet me at the seasonal lounge, please?
Yeah, Alex, I think he's inside the shop and he doesn't really get good reception. I'm just heading back there. You want me to meet you at the lounge?
Yeah, we got to take that lock apart on the door and see if we can get it working.
Alright, I'll swing over there and go pick him up.
Okay, I'll meet y'all up there. Thank you.
Bobby, I caught the tail end of that. Alright, I'll see you when you get here.
So they're towing their honey pot so they can dump out their camper. They don't want to pay $25 for us, and I don't blame them. So I thought this was going to be a hard project. I'd have to use tools and stuff, but the lock is working. All it took was this number 1 button was sticking. Just did him a real good dousing with WD-40, wiped it all down, and now, as you saw, I was inside, so the lock is definitely working. So I'm looking up at the sky, and it's starting to look very dark and ominous up there. So I just got a call from Jesse at the snack shack. He cannot keep the pilot light going on the fryer, so we're trying to get, we cleaned the snack shack Tuesday and Wednesday, the kitchen, so that it's good to go for the weekend. Changed the oil in it today, and so we had to turn off the pilot light. And when you got a bunch of old stuff, it gets tricky. Alright, so we'll see what's up with the snack shack. So they found all they have to do is call me and stuff magically fixes itself, and I'm not really needed here. I think I'm just a figurehead. So I'm told when we go into town, need to get a couple cases of water. It's so hot out here for the guys, and we got to get some scrapers to finish cleaning the grill with. Thought I'd pop in here at the pool and show y'all how nice that balt water looks from last week. Still crystal blue.
I always check my Clover report, make sure my money's right for Clover.
So my son just called and he needs a charger, so you might get to see him after all. We're gonna run by the apartment and take him a charger. If you don't use these Anchor fast chargers right here, I'll list them in the description. That's what we use, and they seem to really do a good job. All right, there's the duplex here at the campground. Got downstairs Bobby and Harper staying here. Go up and give him his charger. So I didn't want to surprise Harper and just walk in with the camera. Good thing y'all would have been given a show and he would have been angry, so you'll see him on the next one. So I'm headed over to the camper. We are getting ready to leave the campground. We gotta go to Walmart and get some water for the employees. We gotta go get a scraper for the grill. I think Harper is gonna do some steaks and potatoes for dinner. So we'll be back by 6 to do that. So I don't know if we're gonna go out to eat, but we may try to find a little farmer's market or something. I really don't know what we're doing. It's just I'm ready to take my half day off, and it's already 2 o'clock, so we're running behind. We've been having some internet trouble, and Cindy's been trying to upload some check requests for some of our vendors, and she just texted. She's finally through, so I'm gonna go in the camper. Oh, and I want to show y'all something I got, and it's really cool. And so when we get in the camper, I'll show you. So I'd ordered this right here from OGERY. It's a camping fan. So if you're familiar with, oh, and I got to go to the post office. I got to mail some bills. So if you're familiar with campers, the front windshield in a motorhome, it gets so hot up here, and this is where I do my computer work and my editing and stuff. So I got this little fan, and what I like about it is you can turn it on, and it's got variable speeds that you can adjust how fast you like. Here's, it's on 50%. You can turn it up and it's on 75%. And then you can push the button there and it will oscillate. And then so it gets so hot up in this part of the camper that I thought it'd be nice to have a fan up here blowing on me. But as you can see, I've got so much electronics up here for everything I do. So I got this little fan here, and I've been using it for about 2 weeks. And also, like, I got it plugging in charging here, but it's also got an out. So if you want to use this, like if I'm out in my screen room and I want to use this to charge my computer, I can just put it in the out. So it's got a USB-C for an in and then a USB-A for an out. And then I haven't used the remote control. It's got a remote control, but because I just sit it right here in front of me and it blows on me, has a timer that will allow you to set the timer to where it only runs the oscillator for a little while and whatnot. And I just turn the oscillation off, and then you've got a handle to hang it from there. Or if I am out in my screen room, it's got a hook here and I can hang it by the hook. So it's very versatile, and it was not very expensive at all. I'll link that in the description of the video too. But yeah, it sits right up here. Comes with a charging cord. Like I said, I've had it for a couple of weeks. I saved the box, so if I liked it, I could share it with y'all. If I didn't like it, I could send it back. But it's a nice way to cool off a portion of the camper that I use.
I want to let you know, we ordered 4 of the golf cart brake drum.
So anyway, I got my mail. I got to get the keys to the Jeep, and we'll be on the road. Actually, I don't know why I had it sitting up on this hump, but I actually think that's going to be a better spot for it. Right next to my 2 power stations, and then the heater for when it's cold nights. Because it's either very hot up here in front of this big plate glass window and the side window, or it's very cold. There's Sir Chance-a-Lot laying on the sofa, living his best life. And here's Miss Puma. Miss Puma is feeling a little better today. Whatever's been in her system is still not cleared up, but like I said, she is feeling better. She's starting to get a little playful again. I'm glad, because it's been a couple of weeks now. All right, so we are finally leaving the campground. I'm going to mount this. We're still in the campground, everybody. Calm down, all you keyboard warriors. I'm going to put it on the stand before we hit the road, so no walls are broken. But I wanted to show y'all, you know, I had my GPS system up here, and this time of year there's so much sun it would overheat. I got the air conditioner blowing on it. It's a great little mount that I use for my phone, and it's a GoPro mount. I'll try to link it below, but anyway, I want to show you that before I hook up. Okay, y'all are hooked up. You know, somebody last week had the funniest comment. I told y'all that don't worry, we're hooking you on the, you know, the stand on the front dashboard, that I'm not holding the system or the camera while we're driving. And somebody goes, yeah, the people that are probably typing the comments about us being reckless while filming, while driving, are probably typing that while they're driving down the road. So that was a pretty funny comment. So we're headed down to Walmart and to the post office and a couple of other places, and we'll take you along. We'll see you down the road. So we've been doing these vlogs since we've been here, and every week it's like, let me tell you about the disaster of the week, or let me tell you what blew up, or anything like that. And I will have to say that this weekend, although it was busy, no catastrophes.
Well, how can you say that? We took 4 trees down.
Two trees, no. 2 trees were in last week's vlog because I showed them coming down.
Okay.
And then 2 were the day after last week's vlog, which were actually damaged last week. Solutions this week, damaged last week.
I'm just wondering if we're just starting to get used to hitting roadblocks.
There has been a lot of roadblocks.
And that it's just starting to seem normal.
You know, I haven't thought about it that way.
That if we didn't run into a roadblock every week,
all right, well then
maybe that would be weird.
So I think the only bad things we've had is somebody stole a remote control out of a cabin. I had to order remotes.
Well, but they did call and they say they're going to return it, but I don't trust that.
And
if they do return it, I'm sure, let me rephrase that. I'm sure if they got home and they realized they had the remote control and they went to the effort to call to say they were going to return it, I think they have good intentions of returning it.
right.
But I do also know that once you get back home from a trip, you would probably take the remote control, put it
In a place you won't forget it.
well, in a place where you go, I'm going to sit it right here and I'll see it. It'll remind me that I need to mail this back.
But there's a lot of effort. You got to get packaging,
Yes.
you got post, and because
And
you don't know
gotta
how much it
look the
weighs.
address up, and you've got to actually fill out the address on something.
And then you have to physically go by a post office because you don't
Yes.
know how much it's going to cost. So it's not coming back.
So, well, I'm not going to say it's not coming back, but I don't foresee it
In the
getting
near
back.
future. And then I went to steal a remote out of a cabin that wasn't rented. Borrow, yes, the lesser of the stealing. I went to go borrow a remote from an unoccupied cabin, and it was held together with blue painter's tape. So I ordered 5 remotes. It said they came in. I haven't seen them. So in the comments section, tell me.
We're hiding them in the office.
Do you ever get Amazon shipments and they say delivered on X day, but really it doesn't show up to the next day or the day after? Put that in the comments. We've been getting that a lot lately. It's like we bought toner for the printer.
Okay, but in the toner incident, it told you it had been delivered, but
It hadn't.
it was delivered later that afternoon.
Then why would they mark it delivered?
I don't know.
He left it on the truck
I don't
and had
know.
to turn around and come back.
Can't answer these questions.
So have y'all been having that
Amazon.
trouble? Because we've been having that trouble. But can you think of any real catastrophe? Like, we haven't had any bathrooms. Now I'm saying all this.
I know. So, and you don't have a piece of wood to knock on.
No. So, but I tell you, it's been, this week we've had friends from Ohio show up.
Yep.
They are possibly going to be managing one of the other Ivy parks. And so they've got a week or 2 to kill, and where they're headed is only 9 hours away. And so they showed up and surprised us, and we're very excited to see some friends from Rockport, Texas. And then our son showed up to work the season.
Oh, did you show them what our son gave us? I'm going to take it from that blank look that you did not.
I'm about to say,
So this is our son who is from
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Has been living in New Orleans
For the past few years.
And apparently at Easter, New Orleans, you know, everybody knows about Mardi Gras and the Mardi Gras parade and all that. Well, evidently at Easter, they do an Easter parade. And he brought us a Mardi Gras duck, or an Easter duck, for the front dash of the of the Jeep.
He brought that one in the Joker thing.
No, he brought 4.
Oh.
And then he brought this one.
So the dashboard is... So do y'all have Jeeps? Do you collect the ducks? I'm starting to like get overwhelmed with all the ducks.
Then
I'm thinking about putting them on eBay.
he got, no! Then he brought us this one.
Or lining the front of the camper with them instead of the Jeep.
And then this is the last one.
So can we really display, again, you Jeep people, they weren't actually put on our Jeep. So can we really legally display them?
Okay. So are you gonna start wanting to have rules?
We may have to have duck rules. So like Cindy's got rules for the state, you know, where you fill in the state.
The state stickers
on
that
your
you
camper.
put on your camper.
Where most people, if you drive through the state, they slack a stip or stack.
They
slack.
slack it.
They stick a slick. It's just seltzer water, people, for real. They stick a sticker, and Sally sells seashells by the seashore. They stick a sticker, the state sticker. They stick a state sticker on the map, which is usually located on the side of the camper, to show that they went to that state. Cindy says no. Cindy's
no.
requirement is you have to spend 2 nights and do one thing, like go
hiking or go to a
swimming.
museum, or you
Something.
have to do something in
that state. So we only have like 15 states covered on the
I
side
think we've got more than that.
of our camper because the criteria is so hard.
It's not so hard.
Or high.
I don't let you just drive through the state on the interstate and call it that you've been to that state.
But I've been there.
You've been on the interstate. You don't know anything about that state. You haven't experienced anything.
So should we do something for the ducks that go in the Jeep? Because it shows how much people like your Jeep if they duck it. But we just added 4 ducks that have never been on the exterior of our Jeep. I don't know, it's just a question. So we're gonna drive down to our favorite little afternoon getaway down to Hamilton, and we'll bring you back when we go to Walmart. I'm either gonna find a blue box or go to the physical post office to mail 2 letters that I've got.
Which is safer?
Probably just going to the blue box. You don't have to see people. And oh, when we went to the airport to pick Harper up, we had the full New Jersey experience. So we had to be there. I think his flight came in at 5 minutes after 10 from Orlando. And we go inside. We get there about 10 minutes early. And we wait for him. He comes and we give the hugs and we pick up his luggage. We go back to the Jeep. Well, you know, nothing's free anymore. So to park there for a half hour, it costs $2. And you have to go through the kiosk and scan the ticket and put your credit card in. Well, evidently there's 2 lanes, and the lane to the left of us.
There were 3 lanes, but one was closed. And we got in line behind a car. Evidently they had lost their parking ticket or something. It was taking a while. So these other 2 cars pull up in the lane beside us. The car in front was from Florida, and of course we didn't see what went on behind us. And then another car, I didn't look at their tag, but from their attitudes, they were from Jersey.
It was a New Jersey tag.
You looked at the tag?
I looked at the tag, yeah.
So evidently at some point the lady from Florida had darted in front of them to be at the front of the line to go to the kiosk. Well, evidently the lady from Florida didn't understand how to use the kiosk or something. And she stepped out of the car To which the gentleman driving the car behind
started
her,
honking the horn.
and the lady hollered something from Florida, hollered something back at him.
She said, "Your horn's not going to make me go any faster."
Is that what she said?
Yeah, and then the lady in the passenger seat of the New Jersey car, oh my God, I wonder if her last name was Guido. I don't know. But she went, I thought there was going to be a fight.
She said, well, maybe if you wouldn't have darted in front of us, like, acting like you knew what you were doing.
Flipping each other off and doing some of these and going, I was like taking my time because this was a whole free show. I wasn't paying anything. It was crazy. So my son had been in New Jersey for 20 minutes and he got the New Jersey experience. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, we'll pull y'all back in when we get to Hammond. All right, so we're pulling up here at the post office, and we were talking to the clerk at the last store we stopped at, and we didn't realize today is July 15th. So for us, it's hump day. This is actually the halfway point of our season at the campground. So we've survived half of the season. We have 3.5 months to go. So that is a milestone. Let me run out here at the post office and drop these letters. Say hello. They pick up at 5 o'clock. What? All right, we're at Walmart.
Whoop, whoop.
And on our afternoon off, we're going shopping for the campground. So have we ever really gotten a full just day off, just you and I?
Nothing for the campground?
Yes.
No.
Nope. None.
No, wait a minute. No, because we actually went into the office that day.
Yes. For
Yeah,
like
no.
half the day. Okay. Just checking. Good old Walmart. Well, they're supposed to, we had the right of way.
That doesn't mean anything.
Thing about travel is you're always at new Walmarts and you never know where anything is. Oh, water. Found the buckets, but we don't know where the lids are.
There's pain.
Here's more buckets down here. I don't see the lids here either. So we need scrapers.
I know he needs like a thinner one.
Right, yeah,
I'm
that
wondering
looks
if
good.
Something like that.
Yeah. So do you want to, instead of getting that, do you want to get this stainless one here and get 2 stainless ones? Keep them from rusting?
Yeah, let's do that.
Walmart is done. We got a crock pot for the snack shack. We got some cases of water for the employees because it's so hot outside. Got Cindy a little organizer to throw up on the wall or on her desk to keep files done. And over there, I don't know if you can see it, we got a food grade white bucket for the snack shack for cleaning out the slushy machine, and some scrapers to clean the grill. So we heard somebody talking about a ice cream shop, because we're not going to get lunch. What's it called? Riches, they said?
I don't know. We'll find out what it's called. I mean, we saw it one time when we were headed to that Mexican restaurant,
Yep.
remember?
Yep. So we're going to go find that, and we'll bring you back and see what kind of tasty treat we got. So here it is, Royal Crown ice cream. Has nothing to do with Riches. I don't know where I got Riches from. It's Royal Crown, and it must be good because there's not a parking space left. wrapped all the way around to the...
Thank you.
Yes, that's incredible. Thank you. Smalls. Look at all those flavors. So those are smalls, chocolate chip, chocolate mint chip. So I think I am finally in love with New Jersey. Check out that cup. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was the best ice cream ever. Cindy,
Homemade.
yours is not nearly as empty as mine.
Homemade ice cream. They have a blueberry custard that looks like soft.
You've got ice cream on the tip of your nose.
It's a blueberry. They call it a blueberry custard.
It's almost like a
Looks
soft serve.
a blueberry soft serve swirl.
Thing.
It looked delicious. I think we're gonna have to try it.
I'm not a blueberry person.
And I don't know if I really know what a custard at an ice cream place tastes like.
It almost looks like a Greek yogurt or something.
I don't know, but it looked delicious. And this is a thing they do in New Jersey. You know, back home we would get a cone of ice cream and you would sit there and just try to lick it before it all dripped down your hand. Here you ask them to flip it and they flip it and put it in a cup, which I like much better.
I do too.
I'm gonna go home and start asking them to flip it and they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
Well, normally from what I found in New Jersey, if you ask somebody to flip it, you usually get the bird thrown at you. But I don't know, that's just me.
That's a true statement.
So we're headed back to the campground. I got to find somewhere to dump off my empty, and then we'll head back to the campground. And
Let's rephrase that. Your empty ice cream container.
what did I say?
You're empty.
I was going to do my empty can and all that too. All right, so I told y'all that Harper might make a debut today. Harper's here for the summer.
Hello.
And we're cooking up some good chop ribeyes on the Blackstone. Hopefully he washed his hands.
I did.
Now I usually put Dale's on them. What do you have on them?
You put salt and pepper, and then I use the green cap of the original Dano seasoning, which is like an all natural seasoning. There's no additives or anything in it. It's probably one of my favorite seasoning companies out there. Dano's is awesome.
All right, girls, I know y'all are mesmerized by his good looks, but he's currently engaged, so you're just gonna have to know you missed out.
There you go.
You're welcome, Ash. Cindy's still at the office doing some paperwork. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat any of this after all that ice cream we had. Thought I'd show y'all. We harvested bell peppers. Got a tomato that's getting ready. I think we got there's a couple zucchinis growing, one there, one there. I got a red bell pepper off yesterday. I got a couple squash yesterday off. I got a couple little ones coming out. And have not gotten any banana peppers yet. Got a lot of blooms on there. I took some cucumbers off. I got a few more coming in. And I got the saggy tomato plant going on right there. I'm starting to get a little antsy. You know, we still gotta add our New Jersey. And we got one or two other stickers. Maybe I'll get Cindy to do that this week. All right, so you heard Harper mention Dano's. That's what it looks like. I've never had it, But he says that once this is the yum yum get you some.
Yep, that's what it is. Dano's Young Yum, get you some.
And what does it taste like?
This one has garlic and most herbs. It's got like orange peel and lemon peel in it instead of putting like additives in it to get those flavors in the seasoning. But it's herbs and spices. You can use it on poultry, steak, any of those, your vegetables. This is just the original one. But they have like Chipotle, Cajun, spicy. They do all different kinds so that you can just use this. I usually like their black pepper one too. I can't remember the name, it's the gray top. But you put that on it too, it adds a little crunch to stuff, and it also adds extra pepper, which I'm a big fan of pepper.
So Harper has spent most of his career in the food industry and the bar industry. Matter of fact, if you go to, what was the big bar you worked at on Bourbon Street?
It was right off of Bourbon. Mr. B's Bistro in New Orleans is where I worked the most, and then I worked at Oceana Grill.
Which one's the one that you made signature drinks for?
That was Mr. B's Bistro.
And what can they go, if they go to Mr. B's, what's one of the names of the drink that you invented?
If it's still on there, it would be the Blueberry Smash. So I made like fresh blueberry and lemon simple syrup from scratch with fresh blueberries. It was a vodka, lemon juice, and then I would use a simple syrup that was, you know, what I made. But that's the one that's probably still on there.
So if you go to New Orleans, put in the comments if his drink is still on the menu. So Cindy's finally coming home. When we were younger and the kids were younger, I was the workaholic, and now I can barely get her to stop working.
I put in longer days than you.
That's what I just said.
Did you get pictures of the Harper grilling?
Yep.
Yeah. We talked about the season. I was like, Dad, you gotta start looking at companies like this.
Okay, well, did you do the temperature?
Yes. Harper says if you work for Dano's, call his dad or send me an email. It's his favorite seasoning and he wants us to be sponsored. So another vlog is coming to an end. It's getting dark here at Wading Pines Campground. I had a wonderful dinner with Cindy and Harper. We're excited to have Harper spend the rest of the season with us here at Wading Pines. Like I said, today is the half-day mark, and so we'll get to spend half the season with him. And he may stay a little bit of the winter with us, or he may go back down to Charleston. He's trying to find him a job down in Charleston, South Carolina, and that's where his fiance lives. And until then, he's just going to kind of come up here for a little bit of R&R and enjoy some time with Mom and Dad. So, as you can see, it's getting dark here. I'm dropping the trash off. We're going to call it a night. Thank y'all for spending the day with us. We'll see you next week. Good night.